all, it's James Johnson, aka Sulfurblade, and I am here with Game 7 of our Super Mega Baseball 2 custom season, where we are taking on the far outback as the Milwaukee Brewers. Let's go ahead and jump into things. We got Raleigh Fingers on the mound, and hopefully we can continue our streak. We've won 2 so far, 2 straight. Let's see if we can continue that. Lineup looks good. And it looks like we're playing at the Motor Yard. I'm leaving Ego at 17 because it seems I've found a place where... Wait, Ego 17? Wasn't I playing it? I don't know. I think it's where it's supposed to be. Robin Yount seems to still be injured. BJ Surhoff seems to be a little tired. Maybe we might have to do something about that. We'll let Robin play 1 inning, and then we'll pull him out. Because, you know, starters like to keep their starts, and so that's what we'll do. So first up to bat, we got Taz Angel for the far outback. And we throw out Taz Angel, which brings up next Koala Joe in the batting order here. And that's a ball. Ball 2. Ball 3. Oh, we walked the batter. So, that brings up next Patty Puss. Patty Puss is up to the plate. It sounded like she was fooled, but we threw her out at first base. And that now brings up Dingo Durand. Dingo is having a decent year, it looks like. And we got 1 strike. No balls on Dingo Durand. 1-1 after the pitch. Alright, that one was hit up the middle. And it's not looking good. It's looking like a run might come in for the far outback, as Dingo Durand hits a triple at his, I believe, first at bat. And that now brings up Barbie Shrimp. And she swings for a strike. And strike 2. Whoa, she swung at that high one, and nobody can seem to field the ball. And she somehow gets aboard, going after a very errant pitch. It's now 2-0. At the top of the first. It seems Raleigh Fingers is a little rattled out there. And that was hit down the baseline foul. That's 2 strikes and 1 ball. Two strikes and 2 balls against the batter. And that one's hit high, and it's going, and it's going, and it's got legs. It's got lots of legs, and it's gone. That's a 2-run homer. The Brewers are down straight away 4-0 at the top of the first, and Raleigh Fingers seems to be shaking his head. He doesn't like what he sees, and neither does Tom Troublehorn. I think there might be some Brewer fans that are thinking that Raleigh Fingers getting a little old here. But there's a lot of Brewer fans that believe in Raleigh Fingers. And he's still getting the strikes. And it's a full count. And he strikes him out watching to retire the side, but not after plenty of damage was done. Off of 3 hits. The Outback's up 4-0. How does that math work? Oh yeah, we walked somebody. Yeah, that's not really good when no how. Yeah, that's not too good. Okay, so Paul Molitor's up to bats here. He watches the first one go for a ball. 1-1. Right over the plate. And Molitor takes that one, but is thrown out by the second baseman? No, that was a shortstop. And now Dale Swaim's up to bat. Dale Swaim takes the first pitch, and he too is thrown out. So far, 1-2 in the lineup are up and down. That brings up Robin Yount. Robin Yount, the team captain, the veteran. He's at 1-1. 1-2. 2 strikes for Robin. Robin lines that to the first baseman, who catches it. 3 up, 3 down at the bottom of the first. The Brewers are down 4-0 versus the far Outback.
Now batting, number 34.
Joey Sheila is up to the plate, and Raleigh Fingers is hoping he can have a better inning this time around. That was fouled away. Alright, lots of pitches being thrown by Raleigh. It's currently a full count. And the runner is caught at first. She's out. And that brings up Cass O'Wary. Cass O'Wary is pitching. So maybe Raleigh Fingers can get an easy out here. But no, she really gets a hold of that one. But thankfully, Braggs is out there to catch it.
Number 24, the first baseman.
So we have 2 outs here at the top of the second. And we're at the top of the lineup with Taz Angel back up to the plate. Taz Angel pops that one up high, and B.J. Suroff's calling for it. And he makes the play. 3 up, 3 down for the Brewers, as it's 4-0.
Now batting, number 45.
And that brings up Rob Deere. Rob Deere hits that one out and gets a base hit. Brewers might have something going here with their first person at the plate making it to base. And Brock hits it up to the center. Now we have Runners on first and second with no outs. Brewers are showing some signs of life with Glenn Braggs coming to the plate. Glenn Braggs watches the first pitch go for a strike, and the second pitch go for a strike. But he hits that right up the gut and loads up the bases. No outs for Jim Gantner.
The second baseman.
Jim Gantner watches a strike. And a ball, 1-1. 2 strikes and a ball. Jim Gantner hits, caught out. 1 out, bases loaded. B.J. Surhoff to the plate. B.J. Surhoff manages to knock a run in, but he himself is out at first. And Raleigh Fingers is up with 2 outs, runners in second and third. Raleigh barely gets a hold of that. He's thrown out at third. Stranding 2, 1 run coming in. Brewers close this one up 4-1. Gotta wait here.
Number 23, the second baseman.
Tom Troublehorn comes out to the mound, making a substitution. It's time for Robin Yount to come out and Mark Felder to come in. Koala Joe is back up to the plate. Koala Joe hits that right up the center. Mark Felder throws that one slightly off the plate. Molitor manages to track it down. And we are now facing Patty Puss. Player once again wishing he knew how to throw to second, but doesn't. But there is still an out with Patty Puss being thrown out at first base. And that brings up Dingo Durand, who I believe did some damage last time he was at the plate. Dingo Durand was a little bit late on that one. And that one's fouled away. That makes a full count for Raleigh Fingers, who's not sure what to do here. And he gets him swinging. And Raleigh's a little stoked about that. That brings up Barbie Shrimp. And Barbie Shrimp is out at first. I believe that was 3 up, 3 down for the Brewers at the top of the third. Here at Motor Field, it's 4-1 at the top of the lineup.
Now back, Number 4, the first baseman.
Paul Molitor watches the first pitch go for a ball. And that ties up the count 1-1. Pitcher's now ahead 2-1. And it's 2-2. 3-2. It's full count for Molitor. And Molitor's walked. That brings up Dale Swaim with a runner aboard. That's ball 1. 1-1 for Swaim. Pitcher's now ahead. Swaim fouls that one away. Swaim gets a hold of that, but it's caught, and Molitor's safe at first. So we got one out with Mike Felder in to replace Robin Yount. That one was high, so ball 1. That one's high, ball 2. That one was low, ball 3. Pitcher's way behind in this count. It's now 3-1. Full count. Right up the center there, Mark Felder gets a hold of it. We now have runners at first and second with one out, and Rob Deere to the plate. First pitch is a ball. Ball 2 for Deere. Ball 3 for Rob Deere. 3-1. And 3-2, and Deere's shaking his head on that one. Rob Deere hits that one into the left field. That'll load up the bases. With one out, Greg Brock to bat. Pitcher seems to be getting a little wild out there, though she threw that one right over the plate. Strike 1. 1-1 for Brock. 1 strike and 2 balls. 2-2. Whoa! Brock is completely disagreeing with the umpire on that call. Now Glenn Braggs is up. That one's really high, ball 1. Right over the plate, 1-1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2-2. 2-2 fouled away. And not looking good. Brewers strand 2 as Glenn Braggs grounds out at first. It's 4-1 after 3. And Emu Walker will be first up to the plate at the top of the 4th. Emu Walker is 1 for 1 today and batting .200 for the season. Raleigh Fingers still looks a little tense out there. And this one's hit hard and long, and it's going, and it's going. It's got all kinds of legs. It's out of here. Home run for Emu Walker. I bet Raleigh Fingers wishes he had that one back. And he seems a little disappointed in himself out there on the mound. The far outback's lead is lengthening 5-1. That's a swing and a strike. Dale Swaim gets a hold of that and easily throws out the runner at first. 1 out. And that brings up Joey Sheila. Joey Sheila's looking a little determined out there. And Raleigh Fingers throws one over the plate to be ahead on the count. Catches her swinging. Strike two. No balls for Raleigh Fingers. Two and two for Raleigh. All right, that brings up a full count. She pops that one up. Dale Swaim's calling for it. He makes the grab. That's 2 outs now. With Cass O'Wary, the pitcher, up to the plate. And Fingers manages to field that and throw out Cass O'Wary, the pitcher, to retire the side. Brewers down 5-1. The bottom of the 4th. Jim Gantner will be leading off.
Now batting, number 17, the second baseman.
Jim Gantner watches the first one go a little high, but they still call it a strike. 1-1. 2 strikes and a ball. 2 and 2 for Gantner. Gantner hits that right up center field. He gets himself on base. That brings up B.J. Surhoff, who's looking a little strained, but he's too important for the Brewers to sit. That one's high and inside. Ball 1. Right over the plate. 1-1 for Surhoff. Outside. Ball 2. Right over the plate. 2-2 for Surhoff. Surhoff hits that one down the third base line. It's a beautiful hit, but the runner stops at second. I think that was a smart move, too. With Raleigh Fingers up to the plate. Raleigh swings at the first pitch. Hits it right into the center field gap. And, oh my God, the Brewers managed to get a run in. Raleigh Fingers gets an RBI. That was a close call at the plate. Wow. Molitor's up to bat. He watches the first one go for a ball. Second one right over the plate. 1-1. 2 balls and 1 strike for Molitor. That one was high and outside, but the umpire calls it a strike. And Molitor hits into a double play to strand 2. Oh, no, not strand 2. Molitor just... Yeah. Actually, no, not... Molitor advances a runner to third base, and there's 2 outs. Looks like Kiwi Noggin is coming in for Cass O'Wary. And Dale Swaim is at the plate. Dale Swaim watches the first one go over for a strike. Dale Swaim fouls that one away. Strike 2. Strike 2. Fouled away. No way! Dale Swaim is struck out on... Well, somebody must be wondering if that umpire needs glasses, because he's making some horrible calls out there today. The Brewers are down 5-2.
Now batting, number 24.
And that brings up Taz Angel, who's 0 for 2 today. And Fingers catches him swinging on that one. Molitor throws out the runner at first. That's 1 down so far. With Koala Joe up to the plate. And Dale Swaim easily gets his mitts on it, throwing out Koala Joe. That's 2 up, 2 down so far for the Brewers. And that brings up Patty Puss. Patty Puss looks determined, and Raleigh's trying to get into the groove. Raleigh's a little high on that one. Ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike as Patty Puss watches that go over the plate. 1 and 2. And Gatner could not get his glove on that. Patty Puss gets herself a base hit. The Brewers are not out of this one yet. We have Dingo Durand, who's done all kinds of stuff today with a triple and a home run. I don't think Dingo Durand is Raleigh Fingers' favorite player at this point. That one's fouled away. One and 1. And Dingo Durand is thrown out at first. And Raleigh Fingers gets out of that inning with no damage. But it's still 5-2 at the bottom of the 5th. Bringing up Mike Felder to leave off the Brewers here at Motor Field.
Now batting, number 16, the center fielder.
Mike Felder watches that one go right over the plate. Strike 1. Hits that one back at the pitcher, but she manages to field it. And throwing out Felder at first easily. 1 out for the Brewers. Rob Deere's at the plate. Rob Deere watches the first pitch go for a ball. 1 and 1. Deere lines that to the first baseman, whom easily makes the grab. 2 up, 2 down so far for the Brewers, and Greg Brock is at the plate. Greg Brock manages to hit that into third base, extending this inning. 2 outs currently with Glenn Braggs at the plate and Greg Brock on first base. Braggs swung at the first pitch. Probably wasn't a good idea. He strands Brock on second. Inning's over. 5-2. Brewers out hitting their opponents 9 hits to 6, but they're still down on the scoreboard. This has been a pattern for the Brewers this year. And we have Barbie Shrimp leading off this inning. She's 1 for 2 on the day. And it's the top of the 6th, and one must wonder what Troublehorn's thinking. If he's going to let Raleigh continue out there, who's having a rough day. Dale Swaim fields that one and throws out the runner. That's 1 out. And that brings up Ewan Walker, who has 2 home runs on the day. He's 2 for 2. And Raleigh Fingers is like, I'm getting tired, and I've got to throw to this guy. But Tom Troublehorn has faith in his veteran pitcher. And that one's hit straight up the center for a base hit. I think Raleigh Fingers is happy that it just wasn't a home run. So, one small victory for Raleigh, who's getting a little tired out there. And he's facing Kookaburra. Kookaburra watches one go straight down the pipe as Raleigh Fingers gets his first strike. 1-2 for Raleigh. That one's popped up high. Gantner's going out for it. Gantner makes the play. 2 down this inning with a runner on first. And Raleigh Fingers still hanging on. He's facing off against Joey Sheila. And she lines over to Gantner, who easily makes the play to retire the side. No more damage done. Scores 5-2. And Jim Gantner will be leading off the bottom of the 6th. Brewers hoping to rally.
Batting, number 17, the second baseman.
That one's way outside. Ball 1. 1-1 as that goes right over the plate. That one was not a strike. This umpire is out to lunch today as Gantner lines that to the second baseman. 1 out for the Brewers, and B.J. Surhoff is at the plate. B.J. Surhoff takes an inside pitch and is thrown out. Brewers still not doing so well this year, and it looks like Raleigh Fingers is going to be taken out. And I expect we'll see Cecil Cooper come in to hit for him.
Now batting, number 15.
Right, the Cecil watches the first one go for a ball. 1-1 for Cecil. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-2. Cecil fouls that one away. And that one's hit right to the shortstop, who's easily going to throw out Cecil Cooper. Now they need to go to the bullpen as they took out Raleigh Fingers. And Treble Horn seems to be a little confused as to who needs to come in right now. Well, it looks like Chris Bosio will be coming in, though he doesn't look exactly 100% out there. I think the Brewers bullpen has... I think they've had a little bit extra work than they should have this year. It seems to be a problem with the Brewers bullpen is they're getting they're not getting a lot of good work out of their starting pitchers this year. Gantner gets his mitts on that one, throws out the runner. That's 1 out.
Number 24.
And Taz Angel is up to the plate. He's 0 for 3. And Bosio throws that one right over the plate. Strike 1. Strike 2 for Bosio. Fouled away, though I'm not sure that was actually a foul. It looked like it went into play to me. And that's strike 3. Taz Angel is retired, and Chris Bosio gets himself a strikeout. With 2 outs, it is the top of the 7th. And Koala Joe is at the plate. Koala Joe swings errantly at that. And Bosio seems to have a little bit of hay fever at the mound. Okay, Koala Joe hits that one long and foul. 2 strikes for Koala Joe. Right over the plate, catches him watching. Bosio retires the side with a strikeout. 5-2 for the Brewers, bottom of the 7th. And Paul Molitor coming to the plate. Can the Brewers rally?
Now batting, number 4.
Molitor's 0 for 2. Well, he not necessarily 0 for 2. He's been at the plate twice and he's taken a walk. So he's kind of 0 for 1. And Taz Angel is going to be replaced by Matilda Waltzing. Right over the plate, strike 1. Molitor hits that one foul. 2 strikes. Well outside, ball 1. Molitor with a sneaky, almost like a bunt, but he doesn't make it to the plate. He's thrown out. I'm wondering how that can be. Molitor has lightning speed. How could he not have outrun that play? Dale Swaim watches the first one go wide, and the second one go right over the plate. Fouls the third one away. He's down 2 strikes. But he gets a hold of that. It's going. Should be a stand-up double play for Dale Swaim, who says the Brewers need to get something going here with 1 out. Mike Felder is at the plate. Strike 1. Strike 2 for Felder. Oh! Whoa, Felder. Oh, that wasn't good. 2 outs. And Rob Deere is up. And there seems to be a pitching change happening. Kiwi Noggin is going to be replaced by Huge Jackman. And Huge Jackman is on the mound. He submarines that one across the plate. And Deere hits that. It's going. No, it's caught. It's short. Stranding 1, retiring the side. 5-2. Brewers on defense.
Now batting, number 13.
Patty Puss is up to the plate. She's 1 for 3 on the day. And Chris Bosio is pitching. She fouls that away. Strike 1. She fouls that away. Strike 2. And she swings and a miss. Bosio with the strikeout. That's his 3rd of the day. And that brings up Dingo Durand, who's caused so much trouble on the day. Low and inside, ball 1. High and inside, but he swings for it. Strike 1 for Bosio. Inside. Swing again and a miss. Strike 2 for Bosio. Two balls, 2 strikes. Bosio fields that and manages to throw out the runner.
Now batting, number 5.
And now Barbie Shrimp is up, who's 1 for 3 and has a run batted in on the day. And that one's retired by Greg Brock, who comes over and makes the easy play. Huge Jackman will be pitching, and Greg Brock is coming up to the bats. try to get the Brewers to rally here in the 8th.
Now batting, number 9, the third baseman.
That one's a strike. Low, ball 1. 1-1. Strike 2. Fouled away. 2-2. Fouled again. Fouled yet again. Way outside. Ball 2. Whoa, that was way outside. Brock barely got a hold of that as he's going to be thrown out. But he did make the pitcher have to throw a few pitches. But I'm sure he would have rather gotten to the plate. That one's right over the plate. Strike 1. 1-1. 1-2. 2 balls and 1 strike. 3 balls and 1 strike for Braggs. 3-2. It's a full count for Braggs. Braggs hits it right up the center. He's got himself a base hit. Brewers like to get themselves base hits, but they don't really score any runs. Here's Jim Gantner. Jim Gantner watches the first one go wide, ball 1. High but in the zone. And after 3 pitches, it's 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-2 for Gantner. Oh, Gantner was late on that. Oh, boy. The Brewers going to strand yet another runner. Probably. Here comes B.J. Surhoff. Surhoff hits that, and he'll be thrown out. Side retired once again. Runner on first, stranded. It's 5-2, top of the 9th. Last chances here for the Brewers. Bosio is at the mound. He's done pretty well so far at the mound today. But he's facing off against Emu Walker, who has 2 home runs. Strike 1 for Bosio. Bosio's now behind. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Three balls and a strike. What is Bosio going to do here? Catches him swinging. It's a full count. And that one's hit to Swaim, who fields it and throws out the runner.
Now batting, number 20, the center.
That brings up Kookaburra, who's 0 for 3 on the day. Kookaburra lines that one to Gantner, who easily makes the play. 2 outs.
Number 34.
And now Joey Sheila's up, and she's 0 for 3. Joey Sheila hits that one really high. Braggs is calling for it. And this should retire the side. So Bosio has been very effective at the mound, but the Brewers' batters not so much. And that will bring up Bosio to the plate, but it seems Tom Troublehorn is not exactly thrilled with the idea of Bosio batting when we're down 3 runs.
Now batting,
Looks like Juan Castillo is going to be coming in. Juan Castillo lines that right to the second baseman, and he's out. Paul Molitor's up with one out. Brewers need to do something this inning. Ball one for Molitor. Ball two for Molitor. Inside, ball three for Molitor. 3-1 for Molitor. 3-2 for Molitor. It's now a full count. Molitor fouls that one away. Molitor hits that into... Molitor's going for two. Can he make the double? He does. All right, we got one out. Paul Molitor's at second. Dale Swaim is at bat. First pitch is a strike. Way outside. 1-1. Right over the plate. 2 strikes and 1 ball. What? This umpire has been terrible today. That's 2 outs for the Brewers. That brings up Mike Felder, who's looking a little scared out there. Mike Felder hits the first thing he can, and he flies out to retire the side. The Brewers lose to the far out back. 5 runs to 2. Right, with 12 hits for the Brewers and only 2 runs, they lose to the far out back, who only had 7 hits and 5 runs. This is really the story of the Brewers' season. They just can't seem to translate their hits into the scoreboard, but yet they somehow managed to give up runs off of very few hits. We look at the batting performance today. Nobody was particularly exciting. Rob Deere at the plate 4 times. He had 1 run, 2 hits. It was probably... Raleigh Fingers batted fairly well. Well, he was actually in the game, though his pitching was a little on the lackluster side. B.J. Surhoff did okay. Alright, and the loss will go to Raleigh Fingers. But Chris Bosio was very solid coming off the out of the bullpen. He threw 3 strikeouts, and he's keeping his ERA low so far this season. It looks like Kiwi Noggin is going to get the victory, and Kiwi Noggin got 2 strikeouts and 3 innings pitched. Not a bad day for Kiwi Noggin, and Huge Jackman got the save. Emu Walker seems to be the star of the game with 2 home runs, 3 runs batted in. That is Emu Walker, your star of the game. Huge Jackman, the relief pitcher, is the number 2 star of the game. And Chris Bosio, getting a little respect out there, is the number 3 star of the game. For Chris Bosio, 3 innings pitched. And he did quite well. Yes, I'm bloody terrible at this game. I know, game. I'm terrible. Well, at least it was a good game. It was 2-5. It wasn't a blowout, huge scoring monstrosity. It was a realistic game, and so it should have been good for you guys viewing. And at least it was it was that. So woohoo for those of you watching at home. Let's go ahead and simulate this. And things are happening. Ruff versus Bowman. Ruff come out on top. Woodsmith beat the Tappers. Headbutts versus Gazelles, with Gazelles winning. Water Bullets and Outlaws. Outlaws squeak by on that one. We have Overchargers and Protectors. Outback versus Torpedoes. The Outback crushed the Torpedoes. Alright, so let's take a look at things. Water Bullets and Headbutts are 2 and 6 on the year. We're 2 and 5. Soul Takers are still winless. Underworld and us are tied up 2 and 5. Tappers 2 and 6. Wonder if we're going to be facing off against Underworld. No, we'll be facing the Stalkers. And the Stalkers may not be the Stalkers when we play next, as I seem to have a habit of customizing the teams I'm facing before we face them. Mark Clear, however, should be the starting pitcher for the Brewers, and Molitor, Deer, and Swaim should indeed be playing. However, D. Orange, D. Straining, C. Kaboots, Tyrone Gonzalez may all have very different names next time around. Anyway, I am James Johnson, aka Sulfurblade. This is my content. Hopefully you're enjoying this. If so, please smash that like button. Subscribe if you want. And until the next game, peace.